following podcast has been recorded by LIM.
From taverns across Chicagoland to St. Joe's Park in Joliet to the world of podcasting, they're upholding the good name of Chet Gunderson and letting the old styles flow. They are the lovely, intoxicated men. And this is the Lovely Intoxicated Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the summer finale of the Lovely Intoxicated Podcast. I am PX, the host, your guide through this magical adventure. Tony Gabagool, why don't you tell the people your name?
You know me, the godfather of the LIM, Tony Gabagool. And guess what, Pac-Man?
What, Tony Gabagool?
17 days away from the biggest show, the biggest returning show, Fall Brawl with RPW.
Hell yeah.
September 9th.
But also, I'm going to give you another number. I think 4 days. 4 days before the next IPW show. And you might be wondering, well, there's this guy at the bottom of our screen. You're wondering, what is he doing here? So, Damian Saint, do you want to tell the fans your name?
Bring them in. Pac-Man, you got to warm them up a little bit. You got to say 9 standing room show.
9 standing room only in a row.
About to be 10. About to be 10.
About to be 10.
To be 11. You know what, Mr. Saint? I'm going to make you a sign. I'm going to make you a sign. I'm going to air this right here, right now. Let everybody know.
I'm going to major announcement.
And it's my major announcement, damn it. And we're going to keep track of how many standing room only shows you have.
I like it.
We're at 9.
I am so pumped. It's like Christmas. You know what I mean? When you wake up on Christmas morning, I can't wait to see what you got for us, sir.
Oh, it's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Undeniable.
How did I know that's where you were going with that? Just a lucky guess.
Lucky guess.
Probably a lucky guess. So we have general manager guy, Mr. General Manager guy, 9 months in a row, standing room only. See, we're still keeping track. We have him here to discuss what he's going to be doing this weekend in Richton Park. So IPW will be having a show this Sunday at 1 p.m. Doors opening at 12:30 with $15 general admission tickets and $10 for kids 10 and under. The show will be guest hosted by Rocket Pro Wrestling General Manager, Mr. Damian Saint.
Hi.
So, Mr. Saint, I know that you've had some interaction with IPW in the past.
Ashley used to be their head referee.
So you are very much familiar with how an IPW show goes, and I'm sure that goes very much with your planning for this. So do you have anything that you want the fans to know about your guest hosting?
Well, I mean, it's already going to be a great day of amazing matches. Like, I'm looking over the card right now. You've got a medallion tournament opening round. GW3 versus Daddy Andy. You have Brittany K versus Renee Van Peebles. Oh, I like this one. IPW League Championship match. Kid Lat challenges Damian Gray.
And that's going to be an incredible match. Tony, you've seen Kid Lat wrestle before at their March show where he took on Quinn Whittick. What do you think of Kid Lat from that one match you saw?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I think Kid Lat, as long as he keeps up the momentum that he showed in that March show at IPW, as long as he stays on that path, he will be a star in this business. Kid's got a ton of potential.
And the thing is, there is a bit of an X factor in the corner of Damian Gray as he's aligned himself with the workhorses.
Mm-hmm.
They
Did he really?
They sure did.
I did not see that one coming.
So they are very much aligned and seemingly in cahoots.
So Damian Gray is a workhorse,
He's not a workhorse, but
but
the
he said that he
workhorse.
joined the workhorses.
So he didn't join the workhorses,
He's
but
aligned.
they are aligned together. They're colluding to protect the IPW League Championship reign of Damian Gray.
See, that makes more sense. Thank you.
They helped him win the Ingression tournament. They helped him win the title from our dad Flash. Well, not really so much that. That was Johnny Nye, which Damian Gray doesn't have a lot of answers on that, on where Johnny Nye is, especially after what happened at the end of the main event of Kicks on 66, where he came out and hit Joey Roth with the Joey Roth title.
Let's also not forget that Johnny and I also came out as a backup referee.
Right. So
if you're going to tell a story, Pac-Man, please tell it correctly.
I got you, general manager guy. 9 months in a row, Damian Saint. Wait a minute, we have another guest coming into the room. Oh no, it's the simp, the sober, intelligent-minded person. There is a sober, intelligent-minded person in our midst, and
wait, did you say sober?
Sober. He's sober.
Get rid of him.
Why? Well, wait. Yeah. You know what, Tony? That's a very good reason. Damian Saint brings up some good points.
I usually do.
That was a very good point. I don't trust Damian. I don't trust him. He keeps hacking our various pages, tearing the entire LIM apart. Wait a minute. Is that Mr. Riccolo? No, it's just the simp. That is the sober, intelligent-minded person. Tony Gabagool's master hacker.
How are you, gentlemen?
We are good, the simp. How are you? You're still creepy, but how are you? We are good.
Who muted me? Pac-Man, quit muting me.
No, that wasn't me. That was the simp. The simp keeps doing weird shit. He kicked Double J out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
He did just everything to try to... Is he here?
Yeah, I see Double J.
Double J.
Right,
oh, God.
Double J is a big IPW guy.
He is a big IPW guy. He's been to a couple shows with me. Well, if it isn't Double J. I can't hear you. Simp, I mean, good job for muting him, but you're still creepy.
How about now?
Yeah, thank you. Finally, Double J. I don't have to listen to Pac-Man anymore. Thank you.
You're welcome. I got here as soon as I could. When I heard this was happening, I knew I had to come help you out.
See, that's what I like about you and Tony Gabagool. You two are the only ones in the LIM that have any class and any respect.
Hey, I'm pretty classy. I hang out with Travis. Okay.
Shut up.
So what kind of nonsense has he been spewing your direction, Damian?
Well, we've been talking about IPW.
Yeah.
Purple diarrhea.
It's such a good... it's going to be a good show. Damian Saint is hosting IPW this Sunday. Again, that's in Richton Park.
1 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock, yep. So
it'd be nice to be back at IPW. I don't think I've been at IPW in probably 7 months, 8 months.
So it has been a while for you.
Yeah.
So
I was surprised about Damian Gray and workhorses.
Yes. So Damian Gray is aligned with the workhorses, and they are doing whatever it takes to help him keep that IPW League Championship.
Well, I mean, he is a workhorse himself, so why wouldn't he join them?
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying that he didn't join them. He's just aligned with them.
He's aligned.
He's aligned with them. But you weren't at the last show, so.
No, I wasn't.
And neither was Double J.
Oh, yeah.
Just call him out like that. What's wrong with you?
Well, here's the thing. I've had this issue with him pretty much boiling all summer.
Mhm.
And
Okay. Let's talk about this, Pac-Man. Let's talk. What is the issue?
so Double J, actually, what is the issue we have?
No, I asked you, Pac-Man.
Did you
So,
not hear him?
all right. I didn't expect to do it this early in the show, but okay.
Brought it up.
So Double J called me out a couple months back about how Smiley McGee was inducted before him, even though they were together at the same show. He got an Smiley McGee got an induction. Double J has not been inducted into LIM yet. But he is still a member of LIM because I deemed it.
Wait. Hold the hell on. How can you be part of a group that you're inducted to if you're not inducted to it?
So it can also be made by decree. There's no rules necessarily governing that. So I felt,
There's no rules?
There are no rules.
No, if there's no rules.
LIM.
Thank you, Damien. It's good to finally be recognized by somebody of your stature and be respected in that regard.
Of course, my friend.
I mean, Double J, you have to give me this. At least now I come into the show with a somewhat of a better understanding of the issue.
I mean, after how many years have we been friends? I would have been better if you didn't take this long to finally understand.
I do understand.
It's been what, 10 plus years?
Something like that. But, the thing is, we're not doing inductions right now.
Too bad. I already did
because I called you out. That's why we're not doing inductions.
No, you just kept pushing and then you disappeared for months.
I asked for the same treatment as all of the other members of LIM. I wish to be treated the same way, and that's pushing too much. Asking to be recognized. Yes, I agree, Gabagool. I could have pushed a lot harder.
Well, speaking of changing the subject, we also have the medallion tournament opening round. We're going to have a series of 4 matches, and the winners of those matches will go on to a fatal 4-way to determine the medallion holder. Now, what's the medallion? You ask me. Well, let me tell you. So the medallion is essentially a method by which a wrestler in IPW can cash in on a title opportunity of his choosing. So if the medallion holder cashes in successfully, they will get a second chance to cash in for his second title. For example, a couple months ago, the medallion holder, EJ Swanson, who also so happened to be the junior heavyweight champion, lost his title to Kid Lat, attacked Kid Lat after the match, and then cashed in his second opportunity. So now that EJ Swanson's second opportunity has been ended, the medallion is now vacant. So now it's time to determine who the next medallion holder is. We have 8 people coming into this. We have one match will be TW3 versus Hot Rod Daddy Andy. I
already announced that one, Pac-Man, like 10 minutes ago. Come on, there's 3 others you could have announced that I didn't touch. And you go after the one I mentioned?
I'm going to mention another one. I bet you didn't mention Gustavo versus Nick Diamond.
No, because I literally just said I mentioned one.
Oh, okay. So then I'm on a roll. So we also have new Second City champion D'Angelo Steele versus Corey Cash Money McHenry, and Jay Thunder versus J.R. Lindsay. Lovely Intoxicated podcast alumni.
Great match.
The winners of those 4 matches will go on to face off in a fatal 4-way for the medallion in the finale. So, guys, who's going to win the medallion?
I got to go with J.R. Lindsay.
Explain.
He's got a lot of heart. We heard it all last week. The guy truly he's a true believer. He believes in himself. He believes in this mission that he's on. I could see him he's shuffling his way to the top. Steve can't stop him. And Steve, by the way, if you're listening, I'm still going business to business trying to find you so I can deliver a message from Rion.
I mean, while JR is good, there is a big roadblock at this tournament with Daddy Andy. JR Lindsay has yet to beat Andy in a singles competition in their wrestling careers. And that's got to be something that's on his mind. Andy's always been able to have his number. So I'm putting my money on fellow limb brother, if I can call him my brother, Hot Rod Daddy Andy.
Now you guys got to consider the X factor here. So last month
I don't get to say who I choose.
Come on, give the man his word.
All right,
we invite him on. You invite him on this show, and you barely let him speak.
I'm gonna let Saint speak.
That's
like he let Steve sit. So Damian Saint.
Yes.
Who do you think will win the medallion?
Honestly, I'm thinking Nick Diamond.
He is undeniable.
But not just that. The man is smart. He's cunning. He's quick. He thinks on his feet. And he takes advantage of any opportunity he can, like a true champion. So I'm saying Nick Diamond.
Now, the one thing that I want to have you guys consider is last month's triple threat match for the Second City Championship. We saw a side of D'Angelo Steele that I don't think Richmond Park has ever seen before. He was like a man possessed, using every single tool, every single weapon at his disposal to win the title. He had like a crazy look in his eye, like I've never seen anyone else have in a professional wrestling ring. How much does he want the medallion? And I think he'll want it as much as he wanted that Second City Championship.
I feel like that is the look of focus you saw, somebody determined to accomplish their goals. And if he continues on that path, I don't see a reason that he could be stopped. He now has tasted that victory, and why wouldn't he want to go after more, using every trick in the book he knows?
Exactly. Oh, we have another guest coming into the room. Who's it going to be? It's the LIM champ. My brother. I knew he'd come.
From the same mother.
Allegedly.
And the same father. And the same father, Flash Harris.
Allegedly.
Love Flash Harris.
It's a big allegedly.
I love Flash Harris. He's like a dad that I'd never had.
I'm gonna message your dad right now.
Do it. I dare you. He'll be like, you better be treating my sons right, and I'll tell him I'll be back from the store in a little while.
Okay.
Going out for milk.
He's went out for milk. But I know this is a match that general manager guy, 9 months in a row, Beard of Thor, Damian Saint, talked about. We have Brittany K versus Renee Van Peebles.
RVP. That's my pick. I don't need to say anything more. She's on a tear.
She's She's
badass. Oh my God.
She's part of Action, Reactions, and Consequences, ARC, managed and led by our grandfather, C-Red. It's the LIM champion.
Oh.
You look very hungover.
I feel like dog shit.
You look like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, Gabagool, I'm just going to break this off here because I've been sleeping all day. Gabagool, we're going to finish our shit later. Damian Saint, I respect everything you do. You're a pretty chill guy. Turtle has terrible taste in food. And that's pretty much all I was going to say this episode. So goodbye. Thanks for having me on. Have a good one.
And that was Dan, the LIM champion.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that.
Man, I told him he shouldn't have drank so much last night.
There was one thing I wish he would have stuck around for, but if you look right here, what belt is he holding?
He's holding the LIM championship in the first ever LIM Chuck Gunderson entrance.
Yeah, which LIM championship?
Your LIM championship.
That's what I thought, Pac-Man. That's what I thought. All right, let me go back to my old background.
So we had here again. We were talking
friend.
about Renee Van Peebles versus Brittany Kay. I actually got to see Brittany Kay at Wrestle League a couple weeks ago, and she held up really, really well again in a match against Sierra. So, I mean, is Renee going to be prepared for what Brittany Kay has to offer?
Message sent. And who knows? Brittany Kay is still young. She's still new. She lacks the experience that Renee has. But because she's also new, she's a wild card to Renee. They've never faced each other. So Renee has nothing to prepare for.
Yeah, I would have to agree. How can you prepare for somebody you might not know what's in their tool belt? You always have to bet on the underdog in this situation. So my money's on Brittany Kay.
Let's just remember, though, when we went to IPW in March, Renee was, hanging and banging in the ring with, was it Sean Danger? Who else was in that match, Pac-Man? I'm drawing a blank. J.R. Lindsay. Motivational Mike found his way in there.
Diesel Trax was in that match.
Diesel Trax. But she was holding her own against some pretty big boys. So I think she can take Brittany Kay. I'll be quite honest with you.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look who's joined us. It's Smiley McGee.
And
I can't hear you. What?
You can't hear him from underneath Damien's jacket.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
World War II has entered the chat.
Smiley, can you say something?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can't hear you. Will you talk louder?
You turned me into a coat rack last season. We'll deal with that later. But
hey, Nova
Jay,
nominated
I made you famous. You're welcome.
A Nova
I am nominated for an award, so I will give you a thank you on that.
Mr. Saint, I do have a recommendation. If you would take this under consideration, would you be able to turn our Smiley friend here into a kegerator or something useful for us?
You know what? Let me get a giraffe, 2 wrenches, and a bowling ball, and I'll see what I can do.
They sell all that at the Ace Hardware,
I know.
That's a great store.
It is a great store.
Which, speaking of great stores, we have the first sponsor of this episode. Do you need something to put your jackets on? Do you need something when you go into a building and you're like, man, it's kind of toasty in here. I wish I had something I could put my jacket on. I literally just said the same thing. But let me introduce you to the store that has it all. It's Smiley McGee's Coat Racks and Coat Racks Accessories. Order now. Use the promo code Nova Award nominee for 30% off your next coat rack.
That's hilarious.
Hey, no, that's one of our sponsors. That's how we're bringing this money home. This podcast ain't free,
That is true.
Which, speaking of, everybody should definitely go to Spotify and check out Damien Saint's podcast, which he's been doing, talking about motivation and taking steps to improve the quality of your life. I've been listening. There have been a lot of useful tools. I listen every week. So definitely check that out on Spotify. The name of the show is Waking Up with Saint.
I just had a revelation.
Go ahead.
As of this last Thursday. Gentlemen, I've had 9 standing room only shows, correct?
9 standing room only.
Correct.
9 months in a row.
And I think it's interesting the fact that this last Thursday was my 9th episode of Waking Up with Saint.
That it was.
That's it. That's all I have.
Revolution number 9.
Number 9.
Number 69.
Nice. And last but not least, for the IPW.
Number 9 large.
Large. I got that. A large number 9.
I think it was number 9 large.
Wasn't it? I thought it was a large number 9. Damn it, Nelson Mandela and your effects. But I digress. We have for the IPW Tag Team Championships, the Amazing Turtle, Chicagoland champion, 130 days. The Amazing Turtle. And Rion Skills, the real deal. Rocket Pro Wrestling Inter-County champion versus the Booze Brothers of Diesel Trax and Sean Danger. Now, gentlemen, we can drink, but I think we all know that the Booze Brothers can definitely drink and party.
That is true.
But we also have this really combustible element here potentially combustible element of Rion Skills and Turtle, who several months back in an exhibition match, which Double J, I believe you were there for, they were beating the absolute hell out of each other. Can they coexist? That's the
way to find out. I guess you have to be there this Sunday. In Richmond Park at IPW, which I'm hosting.
He is hosting it. And we have been going to IPW all summer long, checking out different wrestling federations all around the Chicagoland area. And
Smiley McGee will be making his IPW debut.
He will
Sunday.
be there. So
it's about time.
So Damien, if you need somewhere to put your coat,
it will be a little bit cooler that day. I believe
it'll be in 30 degrees. 30 degrees cooler.
We will be able to do that.
If Double J shows up, you can expect the heat to last, okay?
We're still in the midst of hot Double J summer, apparently. And
apparently.
with the mugginess of the day, which I would describe today as muggy, James. Like, Muggsy.
I was outside for a little bit longer than I had anticipated, working out in the heat, so I really brought it today. I'm sorry for all of Chicagoland. It is my fault that it was so hot. Stay hydrated.
Fan.
Get your hot Double J only fans 30% off right now.
I always keep this thing on me. I even had it at the Sox game today.
I keep that thing on me. God dang it, Gobby.
So here's my take.
All right, I'm gonna shut up.
On the Rion and Turtle being together in a tag team. If they coexist, they should have, but possibly. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. But when they beat the holy hell out of each other a few months back, they probably gained some respect for one another. I think that would add to what they're going to bring to the table on Sunday. We've seen with Sean Danger. I don't know if he can hold his liquor as well as us. It seems like he always makes unfortunate mistakes. So my money's on Rion and Turtle.
As much as I would love to put my money on Rion and Turtle, I think based on watching that match a few months back, there's still going to be some tensions there. They were hitting each other with some very stiff shots. And if there's any type of miscommunication, any type of blunder during that match, I think hotter heads will prevail, and the Booze Brothers will be able to sneak their way into a victory. I mean, they were very tactful in the way they won those championships. They basically had the Bow Bros lay down and claim a victory. It was astounding levels of mastermind craftsmanship, in my opinion. And I think if they are able to undermine Rion and Turtle, they can walk out with the W. Because my boy Diesel Trax knows how to win.
Mr. Saint? I was going to say Mr. Saint.
Mr. Saint. We'll go with Mr. Saint.
It honestly could be a complete toss-up. Now, I know all four men very well. I've known them for years. Out of all four of them, the one I have known the longest would be Diesel Trax. Diesel Trax was around Indiana when I first started 7 years ago. So I've known that man my whole career. When Diesel Trax is in a match and a championship is online, 9 times out of 10, I will put money on Diesel Trax. Never 10 out of 10 because It's professional wrestling. Anything can happen. But when that man has a championship on the line and he likes getting that extra pay, gentlemen, you haven't seen who Diesel Trax really is. There's a whole other layer. Like at Rocket Pro Wrestling, how we've seen this new layer of Rion skills that people have not seen in probably well over a decade. So anyone who's become used to the professional wrestling scene around Chicago in the last decade, if they've seen Rion, it's always been Rion just having fun and being happy. While Rion has had a long career and an amazing career, for the sheer fact that him and Turtle are at odds with each other. If they were getting along, my money would be on that 1 out of 10. But because they can't get along, Diesel will take every opportunity he can. He will take every advantage he can. He will take every inch, every centimeter, every millimeter to win. So I'm saying Diesel.
All right. I think the next person that's going to be entering this call may have some room to dispute that, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Chicago RPW Chicagoland champion, Nubb-i, the amazing co-host Turtle Man.
He's coming in.
He is.
There he is.
Yeah!
JF Dub.
JF and Dub. Just freaking wrestling.
That's right.
Hell yeah. We were actually just talking about your match right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We were talking about the potential combustible element that may come into play as you tag with Rion, given how hard hitting your match was with him in June. What's your thoughts on that piece of it?
Well, I'll say it was definitely shocking to see that this match was put together. I mean, a couple years ago, I would have loved to team with Rion. I mean, I still do because he's a tough competitor, but considering it's still in my mind about what he did to Maximus, it's still kind of lingering in my head. So the trust part of it is not 100% there.
I wouldn't know I was under a coat rack or under a coat.
Shut up.
He was under a coat rack, though.
Oh, I see our GM, Mr. Saint, is here.
9 standing room only
Hi,
shows.
Michael.
Beard of Thor. 9 standing room only.
9 standing.
The
Don't
jawline
forget.
just as chiseled as Thor's too, might I add.
Michael's in the locker room. He doesn't have to do the whole 9 standing room only introduction for me. That's not you, Pac-Man.
Well, you know. Well. Double J, you got to give us a well.
Well.
Simp, are you going to give us a well? He's thinking about it. Is he going to do it?
He wants to. He wants to.
He really wants to. You know you want to do it. Come on.
Good for the Road Warriors, damn it.
You know, he'll hack one.
He doesn't have the balls to do it.
He'll hack one in there.
Yeah, he sure will. We'll find it in post-production. Like your video that we found at the end of your video.
Yeah, how'd you get that in there, Turtle?
Yeah, how did that happen? Was that Simp? Simp, what are you doing hacking the Chicagoland champion? 130 days, by the way. Hacking
130
his
days.
Cameras. I believe that was you. Who else could it be? It wouldn't be Damian Saint.
Why would I be recording myself, watching TV or my computer? I mean, that's a little weird if you think about it.
I mean, you might want to watch it back later. Just make sure you didn't miss anything. You never know. Right?
See now, I need one of those things.
Well, in any case, you have this idea for something within the LIM. So what do you have in mind? I see somebody else in here, but before I let him in, I just want to know, what do you have in mind with this?
Well, the plan is coming through right now. It's only the beginning.
All right. And it is coming through right now because, ladies and gentlemen, it's LIM's very own Hot Rod Daddy Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not all.
He's coming in. Here he comes. Any second now.
Any second now. We'll see him.
He's the Hot Rod Dad.
He's the hot raw.
The Rod.
Hot Rod.
There he is. There's the man.
Period.
That's how you understand. Cactus!
I did not want to be on camera.
I snuck her on camera.
I have no makeup on and we're about to
go. You don't need makeup.
Hence the reason I'm in like garbage clothes. It says I'm the lawn.
Who said I don't need makeup?
That would be the turtle.
Thank you, turtle.
What a guy.
My pleasure.
He's got the riz.
He got that riz going, that action, that razzmatazz, the old shebang.
Just giving a girl a compliment, it's a true fact. It's a true fact.
Here. The simp is here.
The
Gabagool.
Over here.
There's Saint Double J. McGee. Dude, what a name, McGee.
Smiley McGee. Let's make sure we got the full.
Hey, be nice
there.
to the Hot Rod Daddy Andy.
I got nothing wrong with them. I just want to make sure that we got the right name going.
I'm just saying
Simp and Saint sounds like a hell of a tag team, by the way.
Ooh, we could call them
Smiley Saint.
He just did the instead of a clothesline, it's a coat rack. Aha! There we go.
Saint doesn't smile.
Oh, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chet Gunderson.
Yeah, buddy.
Chet.
Everyone just say shit.
Chet.
I'm technical difficulty.
It's Chet. Hello,
we're used to that.
It's all good.
He is not IT job.
He is job.
He is job, but not IT job.
Chet job.
Hey, Chet, we're kind of like the Brady Bunch now. You mentioned that our first episode, and now we literally are the Brady Bunch.
Whoa!
Whoa! Simp! Whoa. What are you doing to Chet Gunderson's
He wouldn't do it
video? Why would
do.
you do that, you fucking bastard?
Simp, how are you wearing that much stuff, man? It's like 106 degrees outside.
Hottest day of the year.
I'm not see me.
You're like John Cena. It's like bright red on your screen, Chet.
I thought he was going to do like a Porky Pig Looney Tunes entrance. That's why it was red like that.
Badee, that is all, folks.
It's camera problem.
Know who we can blame for that, Chet?
No course.
And the simp.
It's not my fault.
It is totally. You know what? I didn't say that. You.
Oh, look, we popped Saint popped.
Chet.
Don't worry, I am podcast.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that Chet's here, I have a major announcement. So we are known for having a lot of heads at Rocket Pro Wrestling, right?
Love that.
Phrasing.
Now, I've had a weird situation with our Chet head.
Phrasing.
It's gone missing. But I'm sure it'll turn up at some point. But in the meantime, I want to introduce you guys to the single biggest head that we have ever had in the lovely Intoxicated Men. Chet Gunderson, Meet Shedhead 2.0.
Oh, it's beautiful for spacious sky, for I am waves of grain.
We got to pledge allegiance to the Statue of
Oh,
Liberty
screw
for this
this.
one, right? Smiley?
I'm respect head, I'm touch.
Everyone raise your pretend
Oh.
Wait, where
we lost
did
Saint.
Damian Saint go?
Where did Mr. Saint go? Now, Chet, are you ready for the 10th standing room only show to happen at Fall Brawl in September?
I make it ready now. Very, very long time for vacations. Much to do for helping Bill Shelley for Arena. So I'm job.
You are
now, Gabagool, you're kind of a little bit wrong about that.
What's that?
This would be 11 because it was standing room only at Kicks on 66 when I made my wrestling debut.
Oh, I think they already know.
We'll get a fact checker in that, but I think, but I mean, the more the merrier. I think RPW can keep selling them out and have standing room only shows forever. You guys you guys bring your A game every time, okay?
I'm just saying, I like to be perfect about this.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, who said that?
Was that Saint?
It's a podcast.
What?
The ghost of Saint?
It wasn't me.
Not Simp, Saint.
Where is he?
I think he's gone.
I think
always leaving when sees me.
Is he around somewhere?
Not
so
like
can we now the mystery deepens. Are Chet and Saint the same person? They're never in the same room together.
Oh.
I wouldn't insult Chet like that.
I am not mean like dog shitting Tex. Like
yeah.
Is
wow.
Damian Saint's last name really Gunderson? So his middle name is Saint. Damian Saint Gunderson.
The long lost Gunderson's son
is not friendly enough.
The long lost Gunderson.
So, Turtle, you have brought in 3 of the biggest inducted members into the LIM. What's the occasion?
3. I see 2. I brought in 2. Unless you're counting me.
Well, I'm counting you as well.
So yeah, I brought myself in, I guess. That's right. I did.
You did.
I was testing.
Notoriously bad at counting.
Why do you think I'm done reffing after this year?
End of December. No more reffing for Nubb-i.
Is LIM Brady Bunch.
Here's a story of a statue named Smiley who stands like the Statue of Liberty.
I look for
it was actually perfect with Damian Saint. He was the housekeeper.
He was, yeah. He was like,
but I don't think I would want him in a maid dress.
He was kind of like Cousin Oliver, though, if you think about it.
And he might be Tiger.
He was like our Rosie. He was like the Rosie to our Jetsons.
Is Time Machine?
Hey, I have one of those.
Yeah, Simp borrowed my time machine apparently from, what's that? 2005, 1985, 1995. I can't see what year behind Sim's head.
80s.
It's Sim, move your head.
Down in front. Make
1985.
Move it.
And I make it send back to 1885.
Back in time.
There you go. 1985. There we go.
1985.
Camera.
Civil War days.
Or Chelsea.
Civil War.
20 years late.
So, Turtle.
Time machine.
It is that time machine.
It's your time machine.
It's my time machine.
And this is when he was.
I don't remember owning a DeLorean. What was that? Gabagool?
Nothing. Keep going.
So, Turtle.
Yeah. Go,
What's
Turtle.
up?
What is the meaning behind all of this?
Well. So, as you know, I've been paying attention to every episode of the lovely Intoxicated podcast.
That's our show. So you get what did we say? Cheese sticks, mozzarella cheese
Something
sticks?
like that.
Yeah. I like cheese sticks with my pizza, so we're good. And I've been noticing a lot of issues within the LIM. And yeah, there's plenty of issues within the LIM. I mean, you and Double J are going at it. You got Smiley McGee and Gabagool going at it.
Oh no, we're good now. We're good. We've been good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
You're good. Okay.
About it?
That's
Okay.
squashed.
We've been hanging out at the Pizza Ranch. Okay.
Storyline over.
But then you got
Great pizza, by the way.
Danny and Gabagool going at it.
And Danny is made a real quick cameo and then took a nap. So I don't think we'll be able to resolve that today. But that could have very well been a deep fake as well.
Yeah, listen, Danny, right there, Smiley. Let's get this out of the way. So, reasons why Danny isn't a true LIM champion. We have two guys in here who are real champions in professional wrestling. Guys, your belts, you didn't buy them, right?
No, I won mine.
Too poor.
You won yours. You earned yours, right? So what do you think of a guy who just goes out and buys a belt, okay, and then wears it and is like a self-proclaimed champion?
I mean, it is a little weird, to be honest. Then he doesn't defend it within the LIM.
Oh.
I think it's because he's scared of everybody in the LIM.
Who has the belt?
I guess just so everyone knows how you defend the LIM championship is whoever drinks the most beers at the event is crowned the new champion.
Whoever contributes the most to the Beer Us Tower wins.
Exactly.
You know what? That I agree with that. But you know, Danny claims he's defending this title. But do we have footage of any of this?
Nothing.
No.
Not even a TikTok. Okay.
I got a couple drunk messages from him while he was in the East Coast. He kept talking about how he was ready to kick Tony Capricole in the liver.
Capricole.
And apparently did.
You just keep changing meats.
I didn't see it. There's only one person in here that may or may not have seen it, and that's Sim. Because he has his ways of seeing things and making things happen. But no footage.
Well, according to my files, there's no video evidence of him defending the belt in New York.
When did you start keeping a file? A Danny file, if you will?
You know, just my many reasons of why Danny is not the LIM champion.
That looks so official, dude. Proud of you.
I mean,
it's Manila.
Now,
you know it's real.
Now, if it were me, I would have just stripped the title off of him because he doesn't like Hawaiian bread.
Oh, it's sacrilege.
He's wrong. Completely wrong about that stuff.
Hot Rod, what's your take on the Hawaiian bread?
I can't eat it because pineapples can kill me. Hence the reason I can't be around Treetop.
Oh, man. And Treetop is such a great pineapple.
Hot Rod's only weakness is pineapple and shrimp.
Pineapple, shrimp, and bread. He'll never tell you the bread.
I can eat bread. I'll just sneeze.
And now you have psoriasis.
That's fine.
I got that. Now, listen, Mr. Gunderson, it's none of my business, but you have a nun with you. What is your perception of the Hawaiian bread? And Sister Mary Frances, what's her perception of it as well?
It's none of your business, Gabagool.
Sister Mary mustn't touch it.
That's it.
Only at October show.
She's decking you.
No pineapple.
You can't put pineapple on pizza.
No,
pineapple.
What's the point of that?
Fruit does not belong on pizza. Get it off.
No.
It absolutely does belong on pizza.
What? Cactus?
Yeah, it does. Expand your horizons.
No, my horizons were expanded.
Will never ever be going on a pizza that's Smiley
or my
McGee.
pizza.
You know what the best pizza I ever had was?
Just gonna file my notes here.
Definitely a lot of sangria involved. It was pretzel crust from Domino's with like the white sauce, the Alfredo sauce, pepperoni, and pineapple. So good. So good.
Oh, now you really lost me. Alfredo and pineapple. Oh, Lord.
More for me.
Alfredo with macaroni and cheese baked on top of the pizza. Now that's good.
The Simp.
I'll be sure to get your pineapple on pizza. That way, I don't have to share my pizza with you.
Who, me? I don't want no pineapple pizza.
No.
Oh, okay. So I say
Have you
Turtle's
tried
trying to
peanut
murder me. He
butter on
wasn't
pizza?
admitted
That's
to
pretty
kill
good.
him. Yeah, let me get that protein, man.
Yeah, protein's the best.
Yeah. Just put a whole, like, just bake protein powder onto my pizza and that'll be good.
Hell yeah. That
Don't
sounds
actually
So,
do that.
so I guess we can get back to the task here before
Yeah,
I
yeah.
before I leave and get some pizza. Y'all
I
making
gotta
me
get to
hungry
the
now.
gym too. Let's go.
All right, so Gabagool, you put this on PX a little bit, saying he ruined all these friendships.
Yeah, I
One
keep
right
hearing
behind
about
me.
it from Travis.
You see this picture behind me? That was the last time me and Pac-Man were truly friends. Okay, at the sock hop.
Where I
So
got pinched for cigarettes.
now he might be the leader of the LIM, but where is everybody else trying to fix the friendship? Instead of pointing fingers, which by the way, there's an old phrase, I believe it goes, if you point in one pointing your finger, three are pointing back at you.
Yeah, come on, guys. Where have you
Y'all
been?
pointing fingers at
Where have
each
you
other.
guys been?
But if I
Really?
point
Really,
all
PX? You
five,
Where have
got
you
then
three
guys
none are
been?
fingers
pointing.
pointing right
Yeah.
back at you.
Bigger than me.
I'm just pointing them
So
in
I'm
the
gonna
air.
sit there and keep doing this now.
I'm pointing four, so none are pointing at me. I can't get in any kind of trouble.
Now one might argue that once a certain somebody was put in second in command, that's when things went downhill.
Oh.
Too many cooks in the
You know
kitchen.
what? You know what? Speaking of that, you want to call me a lousy second in command, PX?
I never
I
said
tried
that.
everything to get Gabagool to not go after me and to go after No Coast. But guess what? It's not No Coast to blame for Chet being abducted. You were in charge of the one pushing the wheelchair when Chet got abducted. So in all reality, you're at fault for that one.
Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Well, here's the thing. You guys were so busy blaming one another for that happening. And then when we went and did wave 3, and actually I asked Travis this week to take a look at the time between Smiley McGee's first wave 3 promo against JFW and his promo where he said he's ending wave 3. Do you want to know how long that took, Smiley?
How long?
90 minutes. Between the videos of you and Tony Gabagool, when I went on my little vacation, sabbatical, whatever you want to call it, played Maximus Orion's theme on the piano in Champaign.
Listen, forget about wave 3. The only wave that matters is the red wave. Koa Laxamana. Who's with me, boys?
Yeah. I'm right there with you. Oh, yes.
I get the support from the red wave, so I'll allow that.
Yeah.
But now I'm not going to be the one pointing fingers at Smiley McGee. I'm just saying once that happened, not saying you were lousy, but I'm not saying you were or weren't either.
I respect that.
Because if you were not a lousy second in command, you also should have been putting the friendships back together instead of pointing fingers.
That is true.
Am I correct, Andy and Chet? So
Seems
far,
to me like we need to get y'all into like the ring to hug this out real fast. And if a hug cannot be established, then the beef must continue, or the Galbagool must continue.
I'm agree with Rod.
Oh, we missed some, we lost somebody.
Passed on. Everything just shifted. What just happened? Oh, his face is down there.
Well, Turtle,
Oh,
you have a way of talking sense into me, okay?
Well then.
Are you going to say something, Sim? No? Okay. So when I threw the pizza crust on the ground and I had a vendetta against you, you came up to me and you joked with me at IPW and we had a moment there and I'll never forget it, man. That made the whole show for me when you shook my hand, and now I'm eternally a Turtle fan from now on.
you're turly enough for the Turtle Club.
Thank you. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I'm going to stop pointing fingers. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge Danny. Whoever contributes the most beers to the Beers Tower at Fall Brawl is the rightful LIM champion.
That is the best way to go about it, because that is the
I think
LIM way.
I think that's a fair battle.
So
Someone's
we're
gonna have
on
to
the
take a picture of that for me so I can see it when it happens.
We'll
we're on the right track.
We always say, now, Mr. Gunderson, would you be able to relay a message to Bill Shelley for me?
So, yes, I can. I'm see you tomorrow.
Can we make sure we got enough old style for Fall Brawl?
I have question for contest. Can start at 2:00 fan access. Buildings, cups.
I think it should. I think it definitely should.
I think it should start earlier in the morning.
It's considered fan access for Fall Brawl, right? So that should count.
It
counts.
More time for me to.
If LIM calls to vote, so I make.
We have Pac-Man back yet?
I'm LIM too, so I'm make motion. Okay, that starting fan access contest. I have second.
Second.
I agree.
Any for discussions?
Double J.
I'm sorry. This is a vote of inducted members. I'm not an inducted member, so I'm going to sit this one out.
You are in LIM.
All in favorings?
Say aye.
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 All right, so now we got that out of the way.
It's official.
And
Wait, what did we vote?
Wait, DX, we had to find. You weren't here. We took a vote to make sure that at 2:00, starting from fan access for Fall Brawl, that Tony Gabagool versus Danny, the LIM champion, the amount of beers they drink between 2:00 and the final bell of the main event.
Wait, Danny's not going to be at Fall Brawl, so this would have to take place at Darkness Falls.
God, this guy never shows up. Turtle.
That's not part of the show.
It's
He's
time
legitimately
for hypings then.
We got to hype that up. So it's going to happen in October. Danny versus Tony Gabagool. And by the way,
Falls.
Plus is training for 12-ounce curls.
There you go.
Training.
Thankfully, sounds like it's being pushed back, so now maybe be able to watch that one at least in October. We'll see.
And I do apologize for stepping away. I legit kicked my beer over, so there was a bit of a party foul.
See,
we need
now. Now, if you were the LIM champion, I'd have to strip you of the title.
Pat, I have to interject for a moment.
Yes, Cactus Rat.
Pat became a Chicago knockout this past weekend by being put into our sin bin 3 times.
Yeah, that's right.
And you had asked about donating to our bank track fund, and the Crimson Vixen and I are wondering if you'd like to become an official bankroller and receive some bankroller merch.
Ooh, that would be awesome. Yes.
Then I will get you that link, and if anyone else would like to fund the bank track venue for the Chicago Knockouts, please let me know.
Yes, and definitely I'm going to recommend to all of you guys need to check out a Chicago Knockouts roller derby bout. I had so much fun this past Saturday. Me and Steve were in the sin bin, the penalty box at the same time.
It was nuts.
I just have one question. How do fans get put in the sin bin? I would love to understand that.
It was a fundraiser, and so it was a rule breaker bout where people could pay to pay to either force the skaters to commit penalties or put people from the crowd into the penalty box.
Okay.
And Pat got put in 3 times. So
yes, he did.
He's officially a Chicago knockout.
Yeah.
I got one to skate.
But we do have Turtle here. And it reminds me, we have another sponsor. Now, guys, I know this is the worst day that we could have the sponsor, but winter is coming.
Terrible product placement.
Winter is coming, though. So,
oh my God, you guys sponsored by fucking Game of Thrones?
I got something. Turtle's gonna turn into a dragon. We got Turtle as a dragon. But in the wintertime, does your neck get a little bit chilly?
Sometimes, yeah. Whatever's
walking
left
around.
I know where this is going.
So we have sponsored by the lovely Intoxicated Men's very own, the Amazing Turtle, Chicagoland champion, 130 days. We have the Amazing Turtleneck sweater.
I like it.
This will keep your neck warm, and it'll give your neck a championship caliber feeling.
And your shell will be protected.
Put
you know
in
who
the
used to own one of those?
Who's that?
Steve Jobs.
Ah. So Steve Jobs, he was one of the original funders of the Amazing turtleneck sweater.
He is also Job.
And he's also Steve Jobs. Yeah, he is.
My LIM friends.
Yes. Hot Rod Daddy Indy friends.
I must depart. I have to go into the gym.
You attain the game, brother.
Big. I gotta get big for my next Rocket Pro show. I need to be jacked.
You gotta do good at IPW, man.
Yeah, I got a lot going on this week.
Have a good match, man.
Have a good match, and we'll see you on Sunday.
See ya.
Later.
Peace.
Bye, Cactus.
Bye.
Bye.
Order now, 30% off for code FreakNet Studios, or is it just FreakNet? I forgot from Monday, Nubb-i.
Carter Comics. Carter Comics.
FreakNet.
It's just FreakNet, and it's not a promo code. Actually, it is a promo code. Sorry, promo codes. I said fuck promo codes last week.
Miley, are you drinking mouthwash? Smiley.
No, I'm not. I'm Mountain Dew.
But is there mouthwash in the Mountain Dew? Is it mouthed in dew?
No, I would hope not.
So again, Danny versus Tony Gabagool, Darkness Falls. I don't think Danny's ready for it, but we'll see. But
We'll see.
I'm glad we've discovered all our issues within the LIM.
Oh no, we're not done.
Oh,
we're not done.
We're not?
No.
Not by a long shot, pal.
No, because there's a major issue going on.
No, I already made that announcement. I got the Chet head.
No, you're not getting out of this one. Sorry, Pat.
Oh, damn!
Want to make something clear.
Make something clear.
Make it clear. Clear it up, Sim.
I have no footage of Danny defending the championship.
That is correct. It is in my files.
So if Simp doesn't have any footage, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, the texts exist, so.
Just because text exists does not mean it actually happened. You could sit there and say something happened over text and you have no video proof.
I could text you I'm wearing pants right now, and it might not be true.
Well,
that is true.
I don't know if I want you to prove that.
We don't need the proof of that one. That one broke out.
No, we don't.
This is a family show where we.
We're good.
So
why would you bring that up, Nubb-i?
Why not?
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. Good point.
So big issue here is Double J, MPX, Pac-Man.
What are you talking about?
You
We're
too.
Fine.
You're not fine.
We're great. I acknowledged what his issue was with me before you jumped on.
Oh yeah? Well, what was his issue then?
He hasn't been inducted into LIM officially.
Okay. So Double J.
Yes, Turtle.
Wait, hold on. Let me get back to you. Gabagool.
Yes, sir.
Were you inducted?
I was the founding father, like a Benjamin Franklin, if you will.
Smiley McGee. You were inducted.
Yes.
You were also honorary Oos before the induction, right?
Exactly.
Okay. How long have you known Pac-Man?
Since, technically speaking, if you want to say speaking terms of me messaging him, it would have been, I think, October before I got inducted.
Okay, so not very long. Not very long. Okay. Double J. Oh man.
Yes.
Hot Double J summer guy.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you known?
Induct them.
Induct Double J. Hashtag induct Double J.
Been
How
about.
long have you? How long have you known Pac-Man?
It's been over 10 years.
10 years.
2008.
In the neighborhood.
Okay. Gabagool, you've known Pac-Man a long time, right?
I got photographic evidence of how long I've known him. At the sock hop when he got pinched for selling bum cigarettes, okay?
All right, that answers the question. So Double J, why do you feel you need to have an induction into the LIM when you've known Pac-Man for a long time?
It's to tell you what, Turtle, it's because I don't feel like I am a member of the LIM. I have just been asked to be present at things. I've attended shows as a fan, and then I get to see everybody else who is an inducted member get to do all of these things, do entrances with Chet, get to help out at the show. I stay behind after every show and I help clean up chairs and take down everything. And I do what I can to help out because it's a great time, but yet I just don't get the respect and appreciation that I deserve from PX. I get it from the other members of LIM. When Chet was missing, me and Smiley went looking across Jewel Osco's across Chicagoland looking for him.
All over the North.
All over the Great North. At my very first RPW show, Gabagool picked me out of the crowd while I was walking around trying to find people and hung out with me the whole time. The only time PX ever made an attempt to chat with me is when he got hurt helping out at one of the shows. And that was, I think, 2 or 3 shows after I had started going. And then when we inducted Chet, I was the only member of the LIM who presented the Chet head, but I was kneeling down. I was beneath everybody else while we inducted Chet. I had such a high honor of being there to induct Chet, but again, I was not a part of it. I didn't feel as I was a part of it. I was asked to help out with things. I helped film the videos. I'd be present at things, but again, I thought me and PX were friends, and I've just felt used by him. I haven't felt respected by him. I've just been asked to help further his, career and everything within the independent scene out here in Chicago, and which I'm happy to do so because I think he does deserve it. It's just I thought my friend would be willing to acknowledge that I'm a part of this, and it's just the issues that I have just don't seem important to him. So it shows that our friendship isn't as important as I thought it was.
Turtle, if I may interject briefly.
Sure.
Mr. Gunderson, when you were inducted into the LIM, can you tell the fans what it felt like to be inducted into this thing of ours?
I am very stoked, very fired for you guys. It's fun, is good, is family. Family most important for me, for Bohemian people. Very important. You know this, very much knowing this. So I understand where it's coming from because, yes, below table, head here, like pizza. So understandings, but yet understandings for PX is sometimes not thinkings for this, okay? Is many people's, Mitch and other guys for induction.
Michael Madonna, don't forget about the Don.
At the Don.
Bruno.
Is many thinkings for PX, many thinkings. Plus Usher, 3 o'clock for Shelly. It's not the easy woman to work for. Let me telling you this. So it's very important for you knowing this, that is crazy busy, this guy, and maybe just oversight for you. So, maybe not feel so bad. I don't know. This is my thought.
May I make a proposition?
Go ahead, Smiley.
Wait. The floor is Mr. Turtle's.
Turtle, will you allow it?
Carry on.
How about at Fall Brawl, intermission, we induct Double J?
But we don't do inductions anymore.
I say aye. I say aye. I'll be the first to say it.
But we have
Chet,
the whole.
what do you say?
I'm thinking maybe slidings into fan access a little bit.
Okay.
We could do it.
We could do it at fan access.
We could do it over.
It's many respectful this way. Intermission is like flyings by night. And I'm for Double J only in thinkings, okay, hey, maybe for me, not so much fairing fans, right? Or fans fair. I'm not good for English with this. But I'm understanding this is nuts chapped a little bit, maybe, right? Almost feelings like nuts chappings. Yes. Talk. So is this much time because of Nova Awards and many egos outside, lot of egos, but not as important for LIM. So it's slidings. Suggestion. Moment.
Smiley.
Yes.
Well, you proposed it, so you're obviously for it. That leaves Turtle and Pac-Man.
And Sid, if we want to get a vote.
So Chet Gunderson making's motion for doing this induction for fan access, little bit, and needing second. Second?
Second.
Second.
Yes.
Any discussion?
Before we have the final vote, just if I could say one thing. With the Novas at fan access, making sure the LIM is well represented and we win the awards that we deserve to win, nothing would make me feel better than having you all win these awards, because we put in the work and we've deserved it. It's just I know I've helped out with it, and it would help me feel more of a member of LIM knowing that I was inducted like everybody else, whether it's at fan access intermission or it's a private call between me and PX, just that acknowledgement of something that he was so excited to tell me about when I was not living in Chicago. And I came home specifically for this. I knew I had to return because there was something special here and I wanted to be a part of it. And then I have been, but just to feel like not acknowledged by the group that he was so excited to start and tell me about when I was away, it just hurts. It is a little bit of my ego, but it's just we were really good friends, connected more during the pandemic, and I thought we were going places together, and just to be kind of left in the car while everyone's at the amusement park is how it feels, and I'm just sitting there still present but not fully there, and that's what I have to say.
Oh, before we vote, I do have another member of LIM joining us. It was unexpected. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Slick Nick.
Oh, talk about hot.
Uh-oh.
I know a thing or two about being hot.
Yeah, this guy was in a challenge at the Hot Sauce Fest. I don't know if you saw it.
I was. Check. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on.
I cannot see you. I just see.
We can't
Slick
see you
Nick.
yet. Hold on. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a car promo?
It might be.
Uh-oh. Guys,
with the hot sauce.
He is a bit crazy, isn't he? Uh-huh. Nick, you've come in at a time when we were going to vote on, there was like something they were talking about. Why are you here?
Well, I'm here because of you, specifically.
Me? What did I do to you?
Well, I seem to remember you were on this podcast. Is the BBW podcast?
Yeah, me and Turtle are on the BBW
All right.
podcast.
If you're gonna mention the podcast, you better not insult us. So say it right. Don't take it out on JFW because you're mad at Pac-Man. Say it right.
The VFW. I got you. So.
Say it again. Say it right.
Come on, plug the podcast, man.
Travis T and Turtle have done no wrong. They are upstanding individuals.
I'll have to go back and listen to an episode. Probably like a good one
It's
before
written on
Pac-Man
my
became
shirt.
host.
It's
Probably,
on the shirt, buddy. Come on. Just say them.
I'll go and listen to one of the ones before Pac-Man was on. How about that?
Well, until then, you know what you can do.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Hey, Slick Nick, while you're here, we were taking a vote on something pretty important. I wonder.
Yeah, I proposed it.
Yeah, Smiley proposed it. Do you think that Double J deserves an induction into a formal induction into the LIM?
Hmm. What do you think, boss?
I think he's talking to you, Tony.
I am the real leader.
You know what I think?
That's disputable.
He's from the same neighborhood as us. He deserves the recognition. Okay.
Okay.
He's always been a brother. He's always been there for us. He's a Chet guy. He's a Turtle guy. He's a Hot Rod guy. All our favorites. He's always there cheering with us.
All right. I say let him in. Induct him.
There you have it.
So that leaves
out. But here's the thing: you were talking about this the JFW podcast, right? So, what did I say on there? I don't even remember bringing you up at all.
Well, that's because you got my name wrong. You see, you were saying Tricky Nicky. It's Slick Nick, first off. And you were saying how I'm absent. Or I've been absent from this.
Well, I mean, you have been.
Got a lot going on.
I mean, I think I could argue the real absent one is probably the one that had to leave this early. But
Damian Saint or Danny?
Danny.
Mm.
I seem to remember coming to more shows last season than he did. But that's just me.
Well, what's your point?
Well, I think my point is I think it's time for a new real leader for LIM. Mr. Gabagool. The real first in command.
Wait, but that's not what we were voting on at all.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. You're fighting over who should be a leader when really there is no leader. There shouldn't be an actual leader. You guys are best friends to the end. You all should be equal. If anything, you're all the leaders to me, Hot Rod, Chet, and well, actually Smiley McGee because he was actually inducted. And he was an honorary Oos, so he's not part of the friendship or the main friendship pack. No offense, Smiley, but I'm going by what I am going with what I see here. So there is no real leader. There's no real leader here. There shouldn't be. You all should lead.
What's all this talk though about first in command though?
Well, that's old. I think that's old, outdated now. There should be no second in command, no first command, or third. Or maybe I should lead. I don't know. But I think you guys need to focus on your friendships before anything or anybody becomes a leader. That's more important. Now, because everyone voted except for Pac-Man, which I'm going to let him vote in a second. There's one thing I do have to say. You guys need to fix your problems before Fall Brawl. Because if by chance the LIM wins the Nova Award, wouldn't it be disgraceful if you all took that award knowing you guys weren't getting along?
He brings up a good point. That
is a good point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. I'll give you that.
So here's the deal. If nobody is getting along by that time and you guys win the Nova Award, I am taking it from you and giving it to White Girl Wasted.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
you can't do that.
Come on.
You can't do that.
Then you better work on your friendships. PX is not the only one that needs to work on it. Double J needs to work on it. Slick Nick, Gabagool. Even though I think you're getting
I'm working
it now. You're working on it.
You've coached me, you've mentored me, you've resonated with me, okay?
Danny's in his own little world, but I think we can fix him in due time. But the rest of you, work on it. Fix it. Or I'm taking your Nova Award away if you win. Because I can do that. I'm a champion. Champions can do things. I didn't buy this title.
Oh, no. I don't think any of us would willingly go to war with you over the Nova. I've seen you work in the ring, brother. You're a hard hitter. You shell shock a lot of guys, okay?
That is true. You do.
I am proud to be part of this. I mean, you guys were one of the first groups of people that jumped on my bandwagon, so to speak. When I first got into Rocket Pro, it was a little iffy out there. The crowd wasn't totally into me. But you guys got it, and then once you guys got it, everyone else got it. So I'm proud and honored to be an LIM member. Right now, at this moment, not so much. Make me proud. Make Hot Rod Daddy Andy proud. Make Chet proud.
Pac-Man, you got to do the right thing, man. Let's make Turtle proud. Let's get everything back on track. This thing of ours, it can be golden once again. Me and you, look at this picture behind me, man. Don't we want to be these two kids again? Loving wrestling, having a great time, trading the bum cigarettes at the sock hop, hanging out at the staircase of the Immortals. Come on, Pac-Man. Patrick, there you go.
If we're gonna win this award for being the rowdiest fan group, we all need to be on the same page. And if that means inducting Double J, then that's what needs to happen.
I think we can do it. Patrick?
Pac-Man?
Well,
I.
Is that a yes?
I knew you'd come around.
There we go.
So it's settled.
It's settled. It's official. Fall Brawl. Fan access. We induct Double J.
On the new Chet head. I don't know if it's going to fit on the stage. I don't know if it's going to fit on the stage.
Can we get a forklift?
It's no more curtain.
Oh.
Tunnel.
Oh.
Ooh. Curtain.
That's good.
His secret. Only Smiley and Chet knows secret. For Arena.
I've been clued in, boys.
Oh.
I've been clued
Bill
in.
Shelley has been busy, apparently.
His big changes.
Bill Shelley's always busy.
He's always trying to go to
that man.
But he might
is busy with the Chet money. That's
Chet money.
Yeah, because Uncle in Moravia with big bucks. Yeah, they only wants money, does not want help. But asked for Smiley for be there for help make Arena. So I'm not going. I see you guys on day off.
Hell yeah.
And new office for Chat and LIM is second floor, is full kitchen, is lunch table, is air conditioned, is fan, is lounge chair.
Love a good fan.
Yeah, those Double J only fans, man. They provide a lot of power.
Cool you off when you need it.
It's private now. It's better.
All right.
Just one more. I tell to daughter.
Chelsea!
Hi, Chelsea.
Is cleaning dishes.
Mr. Gunderson, thank you for always supporting the LIM. And thank you for funding a promotion that brought so many of us fans together. There was a time where me and Pac-Man, we weren't on the best of terms, but RPW made our friendship so much stronger. We met Smiley, Double J came back to the old neighborhood, Slick Nick, you brought us all together. And today, Mr. Turtle also brought us all together. So I appreciate the hell out of both of you.
Welcomes. We celebrate with garlic Hobi mushrooms from Czech Republic.
Yeah!
And old style.
Sounds good.
Style. Of course, old style.
Of course.
Is our great beer and they can't havings.
You know what? Don't make the mistake I did.
LIM make and chat and LIM make it famous for Park old style. Now all people ask for old style because we're puttings on social things media. Old style LIM Rocket Pro. So everybody want things for Park, and I'm hear this from others that everybody want things old style. No more Budweiser is gone. Is replaced by LIM and chat with old style, and we're not going to take any craps from nobody for it.
Hell yeah, we won't.
Cheers to that.
So, gentlemen, do we have any major announcements before we get off the call?
I have one.
Go for it.
This is a sweeping, never heard before thing announcement. I, Double J, am taking a half day at work tomorrow.
Yeah!
Which half?
Or maybe
afternoon.
Working.
I'm going to a meeting, and then I'm having lunch, and it's going to be nothing but old styles.
Yeah!
My man.
Yeah!
Maybe working's rare Saturday.
That's just me. That's just me. Our good old rare work Saturdays.
Yeah, I had one thing if we could touch on. So if you look behind me, would it be possible if I have the floor for a few minutes to talk about this?
Just Tony, you're not. Hold on, Tony.
I gotta head out real quick.
No.
Okay, you go ahead, Slick Nick. Is it Paula calling you?
Yeah, I gotta go find my wife. I don't know where she is.
You married?
I still don't even know who she is, for that matter. But
well, you gotta find that out. You gotta find that out.
I'll go find her and I'll report back to y'all.
All right, Slick Nick. I still don't forgive you for what you said, but we got to get it right by Fall Brawl, so I will eventually.
Well, at Fall Brawl, we can talk it out.
We'll talk it out then.
For sure. All right.
Take it easy, Slick Nick.
Later, boys.
Later, Slick Nick.
See you around.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tony, you've been wanting to talk about the Montreal Screwjob this entire summer, and everybody else has already talked about it. What else is there to add about the Montreal Screwjob? Like, you keep wanting to talk about it. Everybody talks about it. We want to be different from all the other wrestling podcasts.
All right, Pac-Man. But I do think that these two are in cahoots, but we can, I'll go on a different podcast and talk about it. Don't worry about it.
I know a good podcast you could talk about it on.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Oh, I might know that podcast too.
In fact, I might have a date for you.
Oh.
Sounds like a date.
Very soon. Very soon.
Oh, shit. Let's go. Smiley.
Yes.
Do you have any major announcements?
Yes, Pat. I have some major breaking news. Smiley McGee. September is gonna be kind of like my last hurrah. Me and my wife have been in the process of buying a house over the last couple weeks, and I'll be moving to Indiana. This isn't goodbye from Smiley McGee forever. I will be trying to make my way to shows either in December or just after the first of the year once I'm all settled in, unfortunately.
I am shocked for disbelief. Shocking.
But I did get in contact with Bill Shelley to let him know that this would be my last, at least, setup for the time being. Not last show, but last setup for sure. For at least until I can get things figured out of, travel and all that. So, but
I am emotional.
It's okay.
It's been eating at me all day. That I knew I had to make this announcement today. You guys are like family, and I kind of feel like I'm losing a chunk of my family.
You're not, brother. It's just you know as well as I do. We will always be here. There will always be a spot for you in our section, and I'll prepay for that spot if I have to. And you're always going to be LIM, even if you're a Hoosier.
Well, thank you. And ain't no way that I'm going to be a Hoosier. I'm an Illini all day long, but trust me.
I'm bringing you Disney stickers.
So, thank you guys.
Hey, I mean, Smiley, what can I say? I feel like C-Red here on the Power Hour because I'm about to give you the roses, brother.
The roses.
Grandpa will be okay with it.
Well, we need Rion with the picture.
We do. Toady,
Simp,
Rion
can you
is
pull
your
up a picture
child.
like that for us, please?
Rion.
Tony Gabagool's childhood hero, Rion Skills.
Hero.
Okay. Gabagool, since I think Simp's not going to pull up the picture, do you have a picture that you could pull up for us?
I'll give the roses while he's working on that.
What am I looking for? Of Rion?
Something, I guess, Rion, roses, I don't know. Something.
Rion would put up the rose picture, roses.
Rion's a lot better at finding these pictures. I need somebody to teach me how to use the Mac, okay?
It's all good.
Yeah,
let's just pretend. We'll pretend.
I don't really need a picture of roses for you to give me the
Here's
roses.
your roses, okay?
We could use my dying plant here as the roses.
All right, we'll work with it.
I mean, roses eventually die, so there you go.
It's got an Avengers balloon in there. They're protecting my plants. They're not doing a real good job, though.
Never die. Have you ever noticed that? Like, Sister Mary Frances is still in the neighborhood.
She still is.
So go ahead, PX.
Smiley, I remember after Darkness Falls, after our first Chet entrance, on one of the LIM posts that we made, I remember seeing a comment of somebody saying, I love the energy you guys bring to this show. I want to be part of your group. I couldn't question saying no. I had to say yes. So you sat behind us. We brought you in at Harvest Havoc. That was the November show. And, anytime I've needed your help with something, you've been there. You've been there for setups. You've helped Bill Shelley with the setups for pretty much every show from December on after joining us. I know how much he appreciates it. All the work that you did helping him. You helped take our fan group to an entirely new level. Your kindness, your smile, your sense of humor, your smile even at inappropriate moments when we're trying to take a picture with Maximus Orion. I mean, dude, I'm still bitter about that. Your statuesque features, as Chet is demonstrating that he heard about.
Hey, this actually glows. This actually helps me a little bit.
There you go.
By the way, you guys can get these at Fall Brawl. Damian Saint will be selling these glasses at Fall Brawl.
Very cool.
I'm actually buying two of them myself.
I do have one myself. They are very cool. But man, it was very hard for me when you sent me that message the other day. It did take me a night to sleep on what exactly I wanted to say, but I remember
McGee proving once again there is more than corn. in Indiana.
There will always be a Statue of Liberty in Indiana, boys.
And one on Larkin Avenue. Don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah. Liberty Tax.
Statue of Limitations.
But Smiley, in this past year, I've grown to know you, and I love you like a brother. And you always have a spot back with if you're ever in town or you'd actually decide to come back to Illinois. There'll always be a spot for you.
I'll only be an hour away. I won't be able to come to every show. That's the only thing. I got to make sure that bills are paid. Before I can make a commitment to.
And we're not talking Bill Shelley's.
Yeah, no.
Pay the man. Pay the man.
Those are always paid.
But I love you, brother.
Love you too, guys.
Good man.
All right. I think it's time to close the tab on the summer finale. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with a preview of Fall Brawl. But until then...
Hold up.
Oh, hold on, Simp. You creepy bastard. You got something to say? All right. What do you got to say?
We have an announcement.
Oh, he has an announcement.
I have an announcement.
What's your announcement?
Tony.
That's you, Tony.
What's up, Sim?
I have a personal assignment I must engage in.
You do. You've been contracted to find the mole in the LIM, and you told me weeks ago that the mole was in fact not Smiley McGee, and I knew it. That's why I quashed the beef with him.
Thank you, Gabagool.
So keep looking for the mole, Sim, if that's what you're asking.
This has nothing to do with that.
What are you referring to then?
Yeah, what are you referring to?
You'll find out in due time.
Oh, okay. Suspenseful. I like it.
I don't know if I like the sound of that. I have a bad feeling about this.
So this episode's going to end on a cliffhanger.
I guess
Whoa!
so. Whoa!
That'll get us to be able to tune in next time, boys.
But also, it'll end on 3 little words that I think we all know and love. And I'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Shut up, Santino. Oh, wait, was I the only one that said it?
Shut up, Santino.
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 He's a good kid.
Shuttings. Santinos.